What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. I am your host, Trinity. Thank you all so much for being here today. I hope you're all having a very good evening. Now, in case you guys don't know, I normally do some morning movie chats here, during the week, Monday through Friday, and I actually didn't do it this morning. But hey guys, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's because my son had a performance thing at school, had to go to. You understand? I'm sure you guys understand, whether you have kids or not. But anyway, we just got back from the movie theater from seeing Jumanji the Next Level, and I gotta tell you guys, I thought the movie was good. I thought the movie was very good. I'm not for sure. It's always so hard to say because Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle was a sequel anyway to the first Jumanji that came out. God, what was that, like 97, 98, somewhere right around there? Might have been a little earlier than that, but I think it was somewhere right around there. So, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle was a sequel in the first place. It was a very great sequel. It's very rare that you get a sequel that's as good as the original. I think that one did it because they actually kind of updated it, modernized it a little bit, and obviously with this one, this sequel being, this sequel of a sequel was so much closer to the other one being done. Just God, what was that? Just like 2 years ago that the first one came out, right? Wasn't it 2017 when the Jumanji Welcome to? Well, I guess not the first one, the second one. You know what I'm talking about. But that was just a couple of years ago, and I really liked the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. It was a good one. This one, I think, was just as good. I thought it was very funny. A lot of funny stuff in it. Now, there's obviously a lot of situations that are going to be, very similar to what the last one was, Welcome to the Jungle, as in, the kids are getting sucked into the game and they're having to, go, just that whole modern thing. I thought it was really well done here in this new movie, and they kind of, they play a lot of the same things that they did originally in the in the second movie. Essentially, I keep wanting to call it the first movie. It's so tricky here, because it was such a long time since the sequel thing. But yeah, all together it was very good. We see the same kids kind of coming together, and as they've kind of grown into adulthood, they've kind of grown apart. Some of the kids have gone to college and different things like that, and they are finally coming together for it looks like probably summer vacation or winter vacation. And so they're all getting together, and they all agree to meet at a local cafe there in their hometown. And then that's the one of the kids, Spencer. He was kind of not feeling himself, not really feeling it. You know what I mean? He's kind of distanced himself from his friends and everything, and so he ended up going back into the game. He got sucked back into the game. He went into the game, and eventually, his friends, they were supposed to meet him. They were all supposed to meet him. They ended up not meeting him, so they ended up going to his parents' house. And I'm not going to spoil anything. They go to his to his mom's house, and that's where they meet his grandpa, which obviously the character of Fridge knew his grandfather and everything. So they were there, and they all ended up getting sucked into the game. Now, there was some things that were different this time than in the last one, because at this point the game had been damaged, but they all got into the game, and all the shenanigans started from there. Now, there's a lot of things you see in the trailer. Dwayne The Rock Johnson obviously is playing like Danny DeVito's character. Kevin Hart is obviously playing Danny Glover's character, and then just some of the different mix-ups. Well, a lot of those mix-ups continue to happen throughout the movie. It was because there's like this pool, and they're able to switch characters, not necessarily through death. It was just some kind of weird things. They did a couple of, I don't know, I guess you could say, new things in this movie, while still doing, still basically playing on exactly what happened in the last one. Very funny stuff. As you can see, that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is obviously getting better as an actor, and this time around, he is, instead of playing the same kid that he did last time, Spencer, he's now playing Spencer's grandfather. And I thought he did a very good job playing the whole Danny DeVito character thing. Kevin Hart did very good job playing the Danny Glover character. And then also Jack Black. Once again, Jack Black comes and just knocks it out of the park, because he starts off in this one being Fridge, and then ends up later becoming the girl Bethany once again. Very funny stuff. Again, as far as originality, I mean, I guess it's about as original as it can get for a sequel of a sequel. But I think it was very good. I mean, I think some of the comedy was kind of amped up in here. It was a little bit better than the first one. I think there was some stuff that was definitely funnier than the first one. As far as some of the comedy was concerned, there are once again some more heavier parts in here. Some more kind of kind of tug at your heartstrings a little bit. There was some of that in here as well, and I thought it was pretty well done. And there's only one bad thing I'll say about the movie, and that's there was some jokes towards the beginning of the movie that the character Fridge had done, and I'm kind of like, you didn't really need to put that in there. There was really no purpose for it, and he did it twice. He did it twice, as a matter of fact, and it's kind of like, you didn't have to do that, especially considering later on they do some other jokes, and I won't say that it's not like agenda based or anything like that, but there are just things in there where it's kind of they go out there and they make some jokes. They make some white people jokes, and I don't have a problem with white people jokes, but a lot of it's the way that it's done, and in here I just felt it was out of place. And then I was kind of wondering later too, because there was like some allusions made to something going on when some of the characters were kind of switched up. That it was kind of like, oh no, are they gonna go there in this movie? Is it? And they didn't. They didn't, thankfully. But other than that, the movie was very good. I thought it was a great follow up to Welcome to the Jungle. Definitely one you'll want to take out. If your kids enjoyed it, you'll enjoy this one. If you enjoyed the last one, you will enjoy this one. Again, I thought it kind of took it to the next level for being a sequel. And sequels again are hard to do, but this one, it was lighthearted, it was fun, and yeah, and the way that it ended, there's no if you go to see it, there's no post credit scenes or anything like that in it, but they do at the very end. It ends, and then they go through and they do like a whole little outro thing as they're showing the names and everything before the credits are actually rolling. They're going through the cast of who directed it, producers, who the stars were, and it's doing the whole like kind of MCU thing where it's showing like a map and everything like that, like a whole little montage, if you will, and then it gives us a little bonus scene right afterward, but it's not like mid credits or anything. Like none of the credits hadn't even started rolling yet, so you want to stay for that. There is no after credits scene though, and the movie basically sets it up for another movie. Now, I'm not sure if they're actually going to do another movie, but here they obviously left it open to do, I guess, essentially a fourth movie in the Jumanji franchise. And the guy they actually got in there in this pre credit scene. I guess is that what it would be, a pre credit scene, or is that the whole movie? I don't know. But the guy that's in there is very funny. It's, oh man, and I can't remember the actor's name, but oh man, he's in one of those TV shows. I know he's in one of those TV shows. No, what TV show is he in? I can't remember. But he was in the movie Game Night. It was the black dude who was doing the Denzel Washington impersonations. The dude's hilarious. He's very good, and I can't remember his name. I actually feel bad right now. But very good scene, like again, setting up a fourth movie. But I thought it was very good. I'm going to go ahead and get here in the live chat to see we got several of you here. Tommy, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Two Gun Pedro, how you doing this evening? I hope you're doing well. Lord Callis says, what's up, my brother? He says, you drunk, and Jay are streaming. I'm lurking on all three. Nice. Yeah, I wasn't even worried. I just got home, and I tried to do the stream from my phone on the Streamlabs app, and for whatever reason it crashed. Who knows? I noticed they updated it again, so that's probably what, you may have seen it go live earlier as well. But yeah, I just got home. I wasn't paying attention. I got home on my way home. I seen Young Rippo was live as well, so I was watching his stream before I got in here. I'm probably gonna hop back in over there in just a few minutes. Lord Cal says, I'm lurking on streams and writing some scripts. Nice, man, nice. Let's see, Chaos and Comics says, nudity or I don't watch. No, there's no nudity in it, but I'm telling you, Karen Gillan, I could watch her all day long, man. I like Karen Gillan. She's very beautiful young lady, and she's a ginger. You know what I mean? She got that red hair, and that just does it for me. It just really does it for me. But I hope you're doing well, Chaos and Comics. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. If you liked Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, you'll definitely like Jumanji the Next Level for sure. Chaos and Comics says, old people probably die. No, well, not necessarily, not necessarily. And it's funny too, because there was actually this joke, because Danny DeVito's character is actually Dwayne the Rock Johnson. At one point, you know how he does the smolder thing, in the first one. They play on that again some more in here, but then later in the movie, Danny DeVito does it himself too. Ooh, and that's the other thing. There's like a small little cameo from that actress. I can't remember her name. She was in Cheers, and then she was on Frasier. For a while too, man. I can't remember the actress's name, but I mean she's getting kind of older too. But man, she still actually looked pretty good for as old as she's got to be. And yeah, pretty good stuff though. Again, there's some good heartfelt messages in here. A lot of fun and adventure. Like I said, I think they kind of did take it to the next level. I do kind of think they did. Random Brad Creates, how you doing? How you doing? TT, how you doing? Terrazon, thank you so much for being here. Tara, I know I just seen you over in Young Rippa's stream a few minutes ago as well. I'll probably be headed back over there here in just a few minutes. I don't want to make this too long. This was just supposed to be just a little quick out of the movie theater review. But again, I thought it was very good. Like I said, especially for a sequel, which Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle was a sequel, but this one, the sequel of a sequel, very rare is it that the third in a film franchise is actually... Okay, I don't know. Is Return of the Jedi better than the first Star Wars? Why don't you guys let me know down in the comments below? Oh, man. And yeah. Random Bread Creates says, haven't seen you in ages, Tommy. I'm guessing you were either joking or, you haven't seen Tommy in a while. TT says, score out of 10 for the movie. I don't really do scores or anything, but I would say for the movie, it's a good, solid 7.5. I mean, it was good. If you're going on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say, because you got to think like getting above that's really hard. Most movies, if they're good, really nothing to pick at. I would say, fall probably right there somewhere in the 7-ish range. You know what I mean? And getting those 8, 9s, and 10s is definitely hard to do. I'd say this is easily a 7.5. I think it might be better than the last one, funnier. And you can't say more original because this movie's not original in the first place. Neither was the second one. The first one, yeah, you probably could have considered it a little more original. But I think this one definitely did take it up to another level. Like I said, with some of the comedy, some of the... I don't know, how would you say, messages, like, the good, like stuff for your kids and stuff out there, like all that touchy-feely good stuff. I think it did step it up in that department. So yeah, I would say it's a good 7.5. I would hate to give it an 8, but it's worthy of it. But it was definitely a lighthearted and fun movie to set through. That's for sure. I'll put it to you this way: I would definitely pay to go see it again at the theater. Definitely, and I'd pay to see it again in IMAX too. Definitely. Terrazon says, I got lots of things going on at the same time too, but yeah, Karen is cute. Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, Karen Gillan, man, she's just adorable. And if you follow Karen Gillan on Instagram, she's just like even more so. You know what I mean? She just gets on there. She just I don't know. She's just seems one of those like really cool, like got a good thinking head on her shoulders, I guess, but she's also seemed very fun as well. Let's see. US Dutch Kitty says, yeah, Amy Pond from Doctor Who. Oh, is that who is she playing Doctor Who? I'm not sure who Amy Pond is. Is that one of the actresses? I don't know. Getting the gang back together, right? US Dutch Kitty says, oh, really? I'm kind of ginger right now. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I love gingers, Something about red hair. I don't know. And gingers. And just gingers, because, they all, they usually have the fair skin. They got the red hair. They usually got freckles. I don't mind freckles. I don't mind freckles. I know some people don't like them. Actress from Cheers, Shelley Long. No, not Shelley Long. She was in... Oh God, I want to say she was also in Cheers for a little while. It would have been towards the end, but she was also in Frasier. Had always had the pulled back hair, really slicked. Always real pale skin. Always had the red makeup. Almost looked like one of the girls from the Robert Palmer videos, but not. And man, I can't remember her name. But yeah, said Random Brad Creates says glad the movie's good. TT says Return of the Jedi is the best Star Wars movie. Okay, yeah, and that's why I was gonna say like this is a third movie in the franchise ever better than the first. But then I started to think Return of the Jedi is out there, and that's definitely better than a New Hope or Episode 4 or however you want to call it. But yeah, very rarely does a second or a third movie is a second or a third movie better than the first or even the sequel. But I think this one, I'm telling you, I think this one was actually pretty good. Again, because a lot of it is like Dwayne the Rock Johnson is getting better in his acting skills anyway. Kevin Hart, I think Kevin Hart's getting there a little more there as well, getting better in his acting skills. Because before he could get away with just doing his Kevin Hart thing, I think at this point he kind of has to get better at his acting chops to actually be better. And not that he's a bad actor, but he's just more of a comedic kind of guy. And I think he's been doing good. I think he's been doing a little bit better, definitely. Random Break Creates says like 10 minutes. I know it's already 15 minutes now. Two Gun Pedro says, so you're saying it is a good sequel? It's definitely a good sequel. Definitely a good sequel. U.S. Dutch Kitty says Karen Gillan was the 11th Doctor's first companion. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't watch Doctor Who, but interesting. And yeah, I like Karen. I like Karen Gillan. She's yeah, yeah. Christy says, freckles are awesome. They are. They are. I really don't mind them. U.S. Dutch Kitty says, oh yeah, very fair skin and loads of freckles. Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's those classic ginger looks. You know what I mean? Love it. Love it. But I'm one of those kind of people too. I like traditional beauty is great. You look like a Margot Robbie. Yeah, she's very beautiful. Obviously, she's a very beautiful woman. But then sometimes I like kind of like untraditional looks as well, like untraditional beauty, I guess you could say. Because let's see, man, I can't remember the actress's name all of a sudden. But she's in 13 Going on 30. She played the best friend in 13 Going on 30 as when they were older. She also plays the mother in Ant-Man. Scott Lang's ex-wife, her, like her, she kind of got a look about her too. I just, like I said, just she's got an odd look, but I don't know, just I like odd looks in people, I don't know, I like it, but Karen Gillan is one of those ones. She's got very traditional beauty, and she's a ginger. What can you say? She's a ginger. I have no defense. I have no defense. She's a ginger. Oh, U.S. Dutch Kitty says I try to cover my freckles up. Don't, cause there's weirdos out there like me who like them. Yes, yes. Tommy says, actress from Cheers, BB Newworth. It could very well be. That doesn't sound right, but it could very well be. Could very well be who I'm thinking of. Tommy says, I love the first Star Wars mostly because I like introduction movies and shows. Well, see, the thing is I hear you, Tommy, and usually the firsts are always better. A lot of times, first movies are usually better. First books, first anythings are usually better because you're getting the setup of a story, you're getting introduced to the characters, you have all of that build up, all you grow to enjoy the characters in that first film. And that's why I like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is almost not even really like a sequel, because it's like a reboot more than anything, because you're getting introduced to new characters, and falling in love with new characters. And I think that's something important in a first movie, and that's why first movies are usually so good. Now when it comes to a sequel, you already know the characters, so they have more time to do a whole bunch of stuff, and that's kind of a challenge in itself, because you don't have to build that world, you don't have to introduce that character and do all the things with that character that you would normally have to in a first movie. And I think that's probably part of a challenge of a second movie as well. But yeah, but I hear you. I mean, and believe me, I love the first Star Wars, but I think Return of the Jedi is a better movie. I think it is. I think it is. U.S. Dutch Kitty says, yeah, he has to diversify his skill set. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, and that's with The Rock and even Kevin and even Kevin Hart. The Rock is getting there. The Rock has been making leaps and bounds and getting better at his acting ability. But yeah, Kevin Hart definitely needs to as well. Yes, Judy Greer. That's her name, Judy Greer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Judy Greer. I like her. Um, US Dutch Kitty says, I carry the ginger gene because my brother and his kids are gingers, but I'm brunette. That's funny. Okay, I got you. I hear you. I hear you. That's great. Random Brad creates says Kirstie Alley. No, not Kirstie Alley neither. She was. I want to say that she was also Frasier's girlfriend in Cheers also. When he was on the show, I want to say that she was actually his girlfriend in that movie, and I can't. But Baby Newworth sounds like it. Meredith, the wife of Frasier in Cheers, and ex-wife in the spinoff show called. Okay, yeah, that is her name then. Yeah. And I just don't remember seeing her name in the credits neither. But I had my kids there, and we were kind of yeah. But yeah, her, yeah. And when I was growing up, I kind of had the hots for her too. It was something just about her look too. But she looks very good for her age as well. But I could easily say that about Elvira too. What's her name? Cassandra Anderson, that plays Elvira. Whew, man, she's very beautiful too. Anyway, the guys, that's all I've got. This went on way. This was only supposed to be like a 5-minute thing when I walked out of the theater, but my phone wasn't working, and now all of a sudden here we are, 20 minutes later. But guys, thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, this movie is getting ready. It's at theaters right now, and it's making its opening day is tomorrow, but you know how it is these days. Definitely want to go see this one if you like the first Jumanji, or even Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. You definitely want to see this one. My kids even liked it. They said they liked it more than the first one. They thought it was funnier, and just some of the situations. My oldest daughter said her actual favorite character in the movie was the grandpa, Danny DeVito's character. That was her favorite character in the movie. So hey, that says a lot if my daughter is liking Danny DeVito. But you all have a very good day. Have a great evening, and we'll see you all tomorrow on the Morning Movie Chat. Later.